What if I told you the reason you're not reaching your goals is because you're setting them in the wrong dimension? Not the wrong way, not the wrong plan, the wrong dimension. Because traditional goal setting is linear, but your mind doesn't live in a linear world. Think about this. Every year, millions of people make goals. Lose weight, make more money, change habits, and most of them fail before week 3. It's not because people are lazy. It's not about willpower. It's not even about discipline. The real problem is this. Traditional goals expect your future to behave like a straight line. But your mind, your emotions, your possibilities, they move like waves. And when you try to force a wave into a straight path, it breaks. So today, I want to show you a new way. A quantum way. A way that fits how reality actually works. To understand quantum goal setting, I want you to imagine the famous double-slit experiment. It changed science forever, because it proved something strange, something most people still don't understand. When particles weren't watched, they behaved like waves of infinite possibilities. But the moment a conscious observer looked at them, they collapsed into one single outcome. Think about that. Possibilities collapse when attention enters the room. Not effort, not time, not planning. Attention. Your goals work the same way. Traditional goals tell you, write your goal, break it into steps, grind every day until it's done. But this creates a problem. Your brain sees a huge gap between your now and your future. And when the gap feels too big, your nervous system triggers stress, fear, and resistance. Your body thinks the goal is a threat. So your brain does the one thing it's built to do when it feels unsafe. It shuts down the future and pulls you back into old patterns. This is why linear goals feel heavy. Why they fade fast. Why you feel stuck. It's not your fault. It's the model. Quantum goal setting starts with one simple truth. Your future doesn't exist out there. It exists right now as a frequency. Your job is not to chase it. Your job is to tune into it. Just like a radio doesn't chase the station. It matches the frequency, and the music appears. So how do you tune your mind into the frequency of your future? Let me show you. Step 1. Create a quantum snapshot. Close your eyes and imagine a moment from your future. But here's the key. Imagine it like it's happening right now. Speak from it. Feel from it. Stand in it. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. When you feel your future now, your neural pathways begin to match that version of you. This is where the shift starts. Step 2. Set identity goals, not outcome goals. Traditional goal. I want to earn more money. Quantum goal. I am the person who easily creates value and attracts money. Traditional goal. I want to lose weight. Quantum goal. I am the person who loves and respects my body. Because when identity changes, reality has no choice but to follow. Outcomes follow identities like shadows follow light. Step 3. Collapse the time gap. Your mind collapses possibilities into reality when it feels coherence. Coherence happens when thoughts, emotions, and actions match. So instead of asking, what do I need to do? Ask, what would future me feel right now? What would future me believe right now? What would future me choose right now? When you act from that inner state, even in tiny ways, you collapse the gap between who you are and who you want to be. The wave collapses. The reality appears. Step 4. Use microsignals instead of big plans. The quantum world responds to tiny signals, not massive effort. A small shift in frequency can create a big shift in outcome. So instead of planning every detail, ask yourself daily, what is the smallest step that proves I'm already on this timeline? One message, one idea, one new thought, one new choice. Small signals, big collapse. Here's the part most people never hear. In quantum terms, your desired future already exists. Right now, as a potential, a probability, a wave waiting to collapse. The universe isn't asking you to work harder. It's asking you to tune in deeper. When your identity, emotion, and attention align, reality shifts faster than logic can explain. You're not creating your future. You're selecting it. So here's the real question. If you stop chasing goals the old way, if you stop forcing the future, if you let the wave collapse from the inside out, what version of you appears? Because in the next video, I'm going to show you the one quantum habit that bends your timeline faster than anything else you've ever tried. And once you learn it, you'll never set goals the same way again. Now let's go deeper, much deeper. Because the real secret behind quantum goal setting isn't just about thinking differently. It's about understanding that your mind is not a machine. it's a tuner. Imagine this for a moment. Your mind is like a radio. Right now, hundreds of stations are all around you. Rock, jazz, news, talk shows, meditation tracks. All floating in the air at the same time. But you only hear the one you tune into. Now, imagine your goals work the same way. Your dream life, your future identity, your upgrade, they all exist as frequencies. Not out in the world. Not in the future. But right here in the field of possibilities. But here's where it gets even stranger. Most people are trying to reach a future that's already broadcasting. They don't need to chase it. They just need to tune in. The problem, most people tune into the wrong frequency. Let me tell you a story. This is about a guy named Armin, a real person, but I'll keep his details simple. For 5 years, Armin tried to start a business. He wrote goals. He made plans. He created vision boards. He took courses. But every time he tried something new, something would break. A payment failed. A client canceled. His confidence crashed. He thought it was bad luck. He thought the universe didn't like him. But the truth was much simpler. He was tuned to the wrong frequency. His goals were quantum, but his identity was still linear. He said things like, "I hope one day I become successful. I'm trying to change. I wish something finally works." And that's the moment he missed the most important principle. In the quantum world, trying is the opposite of becoming. Trying means, I'm not that person yet. I'm still outside my future. I'm separate from what I want. And separation is the fastest way to collapse into the wrong timeline. The discovery, identity before outcome. One day, out of frustration, Armin tried something different. Instead of asking, how do I reach my goal? He asked, what version of me already has this result? A new answer came. Not a step-by-step plan. Not a to-do list. A feeling. A tone. A frequency shift. He realized something. His future self wasn't desperate. His future self wasn't doubting. His future self wasn't asking the universe for permission. His future self was calm, clear, confident, already moving like the person he wanted to become. This is where most people get it wrong. They wait for results to feel different. But quantum goal setting flips it. You feel different first, and then the results appear. Within 3 months, Armin landed his first clients. Within 6 months, he doubled the income he once thought was impossible. And nothing radically changed outside him. Everything changed inside him. Because once you tune to the right frequency, the outer world follows. The quantum principle. Reality responds to identity, not effort. Let's go even deeper. In quantum physics, there's a concept called state preparation. It means the outcome of a particle depends on the state it is prepared in before observation. Not the effort. Not the struggle. The state. Humans work the same way. Your state, your emotional baseline, your beliefs, your sense of identity, decides which version of reality you collapse into. Ever notice how some people barely try and everything flows for them, while others grind every day and stay stuck? It has nothing to do with luck. It's coherence. Their inner frequency matches their desired timeline. This is why traditional goals fail. They teach you to chase outcomes. Quantum goals teach you to prepare your state. Because the state collapses the outcome. Not the plan. The metaphor, tuning the future. Imagine you're in a dark room with a dimmer switch. This dimmer controls the brightness of your future timeline. Traditional goals say, push harder. Force the bulb to shine. Quantum goals say, turn the dimmer. Match the frequency. You don't fight the darkness. You adjust the light. And suddenly the whole room changes. Now imagine applying this to your life. What if the version of you with wealth, health, clarity, or love wasn't far away? Just one frequency shift above the one you're on right now? How would that change the way you set goals? How would it change the way you wake up in the morning? How would it change the way you think about yourself? Real-world application, the 3-second quantum shift. Here's a simple way to apply this today. Before taking action toward any goal, pause for 3 seconds. Ask yourself, what would future me feel right now? What would future me believe right now? What would future me choose right now? This micro question does something powerful. It pulls you out of the trying timeline and drops you into the already becoming timeline. And the shift can be instant, because emotion is the portal. Identity is the tuning fork. Attention is the observer that collapses the wave. Once those 3 match, you enter the timeline you've been chasing. But here's where it gets even deeper. When you act from the future version of yourself, even in tiny ways, you're not manifesting your goal. You're remembering it. You're remembering a version of reality that already exists, already happened, already waiting for you to tune in. And when you do, life stops feeling like a climb. It becomes a click, the emotional shift from pressure to precision. Traditional goals create pressure. Quantum goals create precision. Pressure says, I hope this works. Precision says, I'm already aligned with the version of me where this works. Pressure tightens the body. Precision relaxes it. And a relaxed nervous system is the only place where real change can happen. Because tension blocks the frequency. Coherence amplifies it. This is why meditation, visualization, breath, and inner silence matter. They clear static from your mental radio. They help you hear the future without noise. Mini hook, and here's the twist. You're not just tuning into your future. Your future is tuning into you. There is a version of you that has already solved every problem you're facing. There is a version of you already successful, peaceful, confident, powerful. There is a version of you already living the life you want. The question isn't, can I reach that version? The real question is, can I tune into it long enough for it to become real? And this is where the real magic begins. Because in the next phase of quantum goal setting, there's a step most people never learn. The step that upgrades your timeline automatically. The step where identity becomes magnetism, and magnetism becomes reality. But that's the part we're about to unlock next. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. So now that we've explored the hidden mechanics behind quantum goal setting, let's bring it all home. Let's talk about what this really means for you, starting today, starting right now. Because here's the truth most people never hear. Your future is not something you chase. It's something you tune into. Traditional goals fail because they focus on effort, force, pressure, and grinding through the timeline. Quantum goals succeed because they focus on identity, frequency, coherence, and collapsing the desired timeline into the present moment. And once you understand this, everything changes. Your goals, your habits, your confidence, your entire relationship with the future. This is the part where things click. The resolution, what you should take away. You are not stuck. You are not behind. You are not waiting for the right moment. You are surrounded by infinite possible versions of yourself. Every one of them is real. Every one of them is waiting for your alignment. Quantum goal setting teaches you one core truth. Reality isn't pushing you forward. It's responding to your signal. It responds to your emotions. It responds to your beliefs. It responds to your internal identity, long before it responds to your actions. The moment you shift your inner frequency, your outer world begins to rearrange itself. Maybe slowly at first. Maybe quietly. Maybe in ways you don't notice until one day you wake up and realize everything that felt impossible is now normal. This is the essence of quantum change. Now let's make this practical. 5 steps you can use today. These aren't fluffy steps. They're not vague motivational ideas. These are direct quantum practices that shift your signal and collapse future timelines. Sparkle Step 1. Create your future signal sentence. Instead of writing a goal like, I want to be confident, write the identity version. I am the person who moves through the world with calm, steady confidence. This single sentence acts like a frequency lock. Say it each morning. Whisper it each night. Let your nervous system memorize it. Why it works. Identity activates the quantum field. Outcomes follow identity, not the other way around. Sparkle Step 2. The 30-second embodied future visualization. Close your eyes for 30 seconds. Picture one specific moment from your upgraded future. Not the whole movie, just one frame. Maybe it's you opening an approval email. You seeing money in your account. You walking with confidence. You feeling peaceful. Then, and this part is key, feel it in your body, as if it just happened. If you feel the emotional signature of that future, your brain literally rewires to match it. Why it works? The brain mirrors imagined experiences. When the body feels the future now, the timeline collapses faster. Sparkle Step 3. Shift one choice a day to match your future self. Ask yourself once a day, what would future me do right now? Just one choice. One behavior. One new microsignal. Drink water instead of scrolling. Walk for 5 minutes instead of complaining. Send the message you've been avoiding. Invest instead of procrastinating. Why it works? Microshifts communicate alignment to the quantum field. Small decisions rewrite big realities over time. Sparkle Step 4. Journal the identity, not the outcome. Most people journal like this. What I want, what I need, what I hope happens. Throw that out. Journal from the future timeline as if you're already living it. Right. Today, I felt proud because I took action like my highest self. Today, I made choices that match the future I'm stepping into. Today, I acted from my new identity. Why it works. This rewires your reticular activating system, your brain's filter, to recognize opportunities aligned with your new identity. Sparkle's Step 5. Remove the static. Static is anything that disrupts your frequency. It's self-doubt. It's negative self-talk. It's old stories that don't match your new identity. Whenever you catch static, say out loud, "That belongs to my old timeline. I'm choosing a new one now." It sounds simple, almost too simple, but this is timeline hygiene. This is how you stop slipping back into old patterns. Why it works. Awareness breaks the old loop. A new statement installs the new one. Let's look at what happens when someone applies quantum goal setting. Before, goals feel heavy. Future feels far away. Motivation rises and falls. Actions feel forced. Self-doubt repeats. Every step feels like a climb. After, goals feel natural and aligned. Future feels close, sometimes already here. Identity fuels motivation effortlessly. Action becomes a side effect of clarity. Confidence grows because it finally makes sense. Life feels less like a struggle and more like a shift. People don't change through pressure. People change through alignment. And alignment changes everything. So now, here's the question that matters most. If reality is responding to you, what are you broadcasting right now? Are you sending the signal of your past? Your fears? Your doubts? Your one day I'll change identity? Or are you ready to broadcast the signal of the person you came here to become? Because the moment you choose that frequency, the moment you shift your inner signal, the timeline shifts with you, and life stops happening to you. It starts happening from you. If this message opened something inside you, if it made you think differently, if it helped you understand your power even 1% more, then hit the like button to help this reach others. Comment below and tell me, what identity are you stepping into next? And if you want more videos on quantum mindset, future technology, and conscious transformation, make sure you subscribe, because the next video is going to take this even further. We're just getting started.